Welcome to TV Dinner episode 24. Yeah. We've been doing this for 2 years, y'all. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting. And extremely excited to have a guest of the caliber of the young Devan Garcia. What's going on, my man?
Hey, nothing too much, man.
Thank
just
you for
hanging
joining
out,
us.
Just enjoying the most incredible food.
We had a
to be
fire
honest.
meal. We were just talking about how we came up with the meal, actually. Devan came through and kicked it before. We had actually met on a video shoot for Jordan and just started chopping it up with him. And Devan's just like a super chill dude. Like some people you can just kind of capture an energy from, you know? And I just got this certain energy of, you know, you're just a very welcoming person, you know, very real, down-to-earth person. So I'm not gonna lie, I was a little shocked when we started that group thread. And then you're like, you guys, I'm super down. Would love to come kick it before and just kind of catch a vibe before we do the show. And like I was mentioning earlier, for people that we don't know, that's not a very common thing, you know? People are usually just like, I'm like, hey, what do you guys want to eat? They're like, I don't know. You guys cook, right? You got it figured out. But like, nah, you came through. You played music for us. You know, we were talking basketball. We were talking life. We were talking what we were
talking life.
Yeah,
bro.
we were talking life.
We
were getting deep for sure. And I think that really helped.
Sativa talking.
There you go. And I think that really helped with just the flow of the evening too. It carried on into tonight, you know.
Yeah.
For everyone who doesn't know who you are, why don't you give them just a quick spiel? You know, who's Devan Garcia? What are you about? You know.
Yeah, I'm Devan. I'm from Tampa, Florida, originally, and I moved out to LA with my best friends. One of them being Ian Henson, the legendary producer. Which, by the way, it's his birthday today.
Yeah!
Cinco de Mayo. So
Ian's got them fire beats, bro.
Crazy, man.
Fire beats.
Nah, honestly, since we're on him and it's his birthday and I needed to celebrate him, I would not be where I am, like, musically, and just my sound wouldn't be where it's at without this guy. And we're just like a crazy dynamic duo, and it's like 9 years of just like making music together. So
you could hear it too. You could definitely hear it.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah. So I live out here. I work 2 jobs. I'm trying to get it. And I'm just really excited about life and making music. And I just came out with my debut project like 3 weeks ago, cheff'd. Go cop that on all streaming platforms.
Fire.
And yeah, just making music and meeting new people and just enjoying life, man, really. Living in real time.
Yeah, I feel that, man. So you mentioned that you and Ian been working together for 9 years.
Yeah.
When did music start for you? Was it 9 years ago, or were you doing it before that?
So I started, I've always loved music. I think it's always been that thing that spoke to me. But yeah, I was always the kid that was banging on pots and pans, and I won like a poetry, spoken word thing at 8, 9 years old. But I never took it seriously until I really started playing the kit at like 13, 14. And I took drums very seriously for like 5 years. But then I kind of hit a ceiling because I'm like, I actually high-key saw the Justin Bieber movie, and I'm like, what? He does this, he does that, and he got that personality. I'm like, that's me. I was like, I could do that. And honestly, ever since I just like saw that, I'm like, I gotta do this. And I was tone deaf. Like, I couldn't even sing, honestly. Like, I was bad.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. No, it is. It's literally crazy. And I feel like there was definitely like a other like thing that came, and like it was like I tapped into something, and then when I was in that like river of creativity, I just feel like I just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. And you know, where I lack at being like the best singer, I just feel like I love creating and taking risks, you know. And yeah, man, it's here we are. I just, it's crazy, honestly.
So you've never had any sort of formal training with your voice or anything like that?
Dude, never.
That's fucking wild.
Never.
That's
just trial and error.
Super fucking wild.
Punching the piano.
I thought you had at least something, maybe choir, anything, some sort of background.
No.
That's crazy, man.
No.
Now the drum thing kind of makes sense because you have a really good pocket. So now that kind of connects.
Yes.
But the fact that you were tone deaf and you, dude, especially how you sing now, it's impressive, man.
Thank you, bro.
That's impressive. So would you say that unlocked once you and Ian started like linking up, making music together?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think, you know, I had like 3 years by myself of just kind of like figuring out what my tone sounded like, figuring out just even the basics of singing, because I didn't sing, you know, like I really didn't. But I could rap, and I always appreciated lyricism, and I'm glad I had hip hop embedded in me from a very young age. And yeah, and then we locked in right after I got home from I went to this like school in NorCal. He hit me up actually because I posted this like original demo thing I did, and he was like, "Oh shit, you actually sing now." Because we played drums together, you know what I'm saying? He played guitar, like he was a guitarist, I was a drummer, and we were in a band together, and that's what we did. That's what we thought we were gonna do forever. And I went away or whatever, and he was like, "You probably should stick to drums, bro." And everybody was saying that. And then I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna do this." And then he saw the demo, and then he was like, "Yo, let's try to make something." And then, you know, the rest
is a wrap.
Yeah.
It takes that attitude, man. It takes that attitude of people telling you to stay in some sort of lane, and you just saying like, "Nah, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do."
Yeah.
I mean, straight up, like the best example of that, Kanye. They told him to just stick to producing. And he was like, "Fuck you guys, I can rap. I'm gonna start rapping my shit." And look what happened. You know, so
Crazy.
that takes a lot of courage. You can't just be like, "Yeah, I want to rap," and then not really follow up on it, because there's gonna be a whole phase where you fucking suck. I bet you sucked ass at singing when you started. You were probably trash, and that probably hurt so much for you to listen to, but you really have to have that willpower. You just gotta keep going, bro. Yeah.
I feel like most people can do that, you know? I think obviously if you feel called to it, not like if you just are an engineer and you randomly one day are like, "Oh, I want to do music." I mean, if you feel called to doing that, please do it. Like, but I'm just saying, if it's in you and you feel like it was given to you, you should probably do something with it, regardless of what the starting point is, you know?
Absolutely. It's like a feeling, you know?
100%.
Just a feeling of dissatisfaction almost. Like, I'm not satisfied with what I'm currently doing, and almost like a yearning for another level, a yearning for more in a certain sense. And I think that following that feeling will generally point you in the right direction when it comes to your artistry, and especially in terms of development, because then you'll also see what it is you're comfortable in failing.
Yeah.
So like, you're comfortable in failing this certain lane, that probably means that you love it enough to get better at it.
Yeah.
And you can't ignore that.
That's what it was. I'll say this one thing. I think the reason why I kept with it is because my dad, like the piano setup was like really close to where his office was, and I was the kid that my head was just always all over the place and never could stay focused with anything. And you know, and even drums, like I would like miss out on band practice to go hang out with like some girl or some stupid shit, like because I just wasn't centered and it wasn't what I really loved. The second I started playing piano and simultaneously trying to sing, he was like, "Yo, he sucks, but he is so dedicated to this right now." And so he just let me be, you know? And I feel if my dad would have been like, "Bro, don't do this," I would have been like, "Oh yeah, I probably shouldn't," because I really respect what he has to say. And yeah, that's like, I attest a lot of why I'm here, because he just let me be. And I think, yeah, he's a great dad. Shout out to dad.
Shout out dads. That's underrated, man. And you know, with parents, it's not even about necessarily, like, obviously the support is great, right? If you see your child taking an interest in something, supporting them full on, obviously will do nothing but help them. But even like you said, he just got out of the way and let you do your thing and figure it out.
Yep.
That in and of itself, it's powerful, because a lot of people, you know, that voice that's in their head that's telling them that they can't do stuff, that's usually embedded in them when they're younger. So that's usually the voice of their peers, their parents, you know, their family, telling them what they can and cannot do. So even something as simple as just, all right, I see him taking an interest in something, he's dedicated to it, I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah, he sucks, but I'm gonna let him figure it out. I'm gonna let him fall, I'm gonna let him pick himself back up, and then see if this is something he really wants. That's a huge testament into probably why, like you said, why you're here today.
Yeah, for
you know, just being able to let you, not even pushing you, just letting you fly and letting you do your thing.
This is it, dude.
It's dope. When did you move to LA?
I'm running up on 3 years now in May.
Nice.
Yeah, 2016.
Nice, 2016.
Yeah.
And it's just been full music since you've been out here, huh?
Oh hell no, bro. I've been a nanny for a family in Beverly Hills, which I love to talk about because it's like the real life shit, you know. Like it's really my life, and it's setting me up for, I hope, where I can go. Yeah, I've been a nanny for a family in Beverly Hills, and I just picked up a second job at Starbucks. So not at all full-time music, but real life shit that I think that humbles you, like
absolutely,
in a way that I think, you know, everybody goes through their process, and this is just like what I have to go through.
For sure. I mean, you know, everyone's got that story when they're moving to LA, the shit that they had to endure, the different jobs that they had to take to eventually catapult them to where they want to go, you know? And there's really no shame in doing what you got to do to fuel your passion, especially out here.
Yeah, and it teaches you work ethic, like
100%.
like on a different level. Because I don't know, I think if you get to that platform that everyone says, you have to have a certain level of work ethic. Honestly,
Absolutely.
if you want to maintain it. So
Yeah,
you know, it's not bad that I'm like having to juggle a shit ton of
not
things.
at all. Because think about it, all that work that you're putting in outside of music just to give you the opportunity to work in music. When you actually are fully doing just music, think of just all the time that you'd be like, yo, like, I get to fuel all this time that didn't exist in my
Bro,
life
I think about that
into
every
my
day.
craft. Yeah, that's that type of grind that's really difficult to replicate, right? That's the scary thing. If somebody pops too fast, it's like, yo, did they really understand what you had to put in to get to that point, and then what it's going to take to stay at that point and continue to elevate? Because there isn't, a lot of people think it's like you pop, you make it, and that's it. Like you're cool. That's not the case at all. Like how many people fall off because of that mentality? Is if you want to continue to grow and continue to last and actually have a career in this shit, you have to have the drive and the work ethic to be able to continue to develop, to be able to continue to push the envelope as an artist. And it takes, like you said, those humbling experiences that you're going through right now in order to accomplish and achieve and continue to further push the envelope once you've made it, quote unquote. You know?
No, 100%, man, 100%. And I'm just in a place where I feel like I really value everything that's in my life for where it is right now. I fought it forever. You just get frustrated, I guess, and then you can compare to this, that, and the third, and blase. But now I'm like, oh, this is just preparing me.
Part of the journey.
Yeah.
It's part of the journey.
Yeah.
Straight up. So the project just came out.
Yes.
What you got coming up next? I know that's really soon, but I know you're cooking up some shit. So like, kind of, what's the vision moving forward right now? You got a project out. What's next for you?
Yeah, I want to just let the project kind of still do its thing, you know, promote it and just kind of let it breathe. But I am simultaneously cooking up just the follow-up EP. And I'm really excited because I feel like I'm really getting in my bag. You know, I feel like I got a project just that's Shift was cohesive in a sense of like sonically, honestly, but when it comes to me, I feel like I still had room to grow. We all do, right? But like I think this project, I'm like, it's just such a statement piece, you know. I'm like, you press play all the way through, it's just like, okay, that's just how I feel about it.
No, definitely, I would agree.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so just making music, bro. Just trying to make music, more art, you know, visuals, the all of it. I'm in a place where it's just like whatever happens, and I know that all the seeds I'm planting and everything that like it's gonna manifest. You know, I see how it works with other people, and you know, if you apply it yourself, it's like, how is it not? You know, but yeah, so just really promoting Shift and. You know, that's my baby. That's like the first body of work that I put out into the universe. So like, I forever will love it. And
of course,
you know, just look back probably like 5-10 years from now, like, oh, look at baby Dev.
Yeah, right.
You know, and yeah, I just I'm proud. I'm definitely proud of it because you know, I did it with him, and then I did it with my other homie Harrison. His producer name is Storyboards, and we just cooked, man, just like locked in and you know, took away from the 7 songs that we. You know, obviously you make a lot of songs and you gotta kind of put it together, and you know, I really love it. I love the message it stands for. I feel like it's the foundation of my artistry.
Love it, man. If you haven't listened yet, you obviously gotta go listen. You gotta go listen to that shit. Now, last question before we wrap up here. It is the 2-year anniversary, and I said I was gonna retire this question on this episode. So this is the final time I'm gonna ask this question. And yeah, and if you want, you can ask me the question back once I finish. That's a lot, you got to. But okay, anyways, so the question is, you're stranded on an island, and you can only take 3 albums with you. What albums are those?
Holy bro, that's like the most intense question I've ever been asked. I gotta live with these albums forever.
Yeah. Until someone finds you, at least.
Okay.
You know. I mean, hopefully you get found, but...
Wow. All right. SZA Control. I'm gonna be real with you. Smino has like changed my life, so I'll probably take his newer project, with me.
Word.
Yeah, that's like my favorite album right now, so I'll take that one. And then John Mayer, Where the Light Is.
Ooh, nice spread.
Yeah.
Nice spread. I've had a lot of time to think of my answer and craft it. It's changed a lot every episode, but I think I've finally settled on one.
Okay.
It's gonna be Kanye, Late Registration.
Legendary.
Drake, Nothing Was the Same.
Legendary.
And then Channel Orange, Frank Ocean. Yeah.
I mean, I would live happily with those as well.
Those are my three. I gotta chill with those.
Dang.
You know.
Can we get a fourth one? Can we get like an honorary
You want
one?
bonus round? Ding 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 ding. Yeah, let's go. Throw it in.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
I would have to do Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight by Travis Scott.
Ooh, that's a good one. Throw
That's
a
just like
Travis
my
Scott
ratchet
one in
shit,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. Ah, fuck. I want to throw a Travis one in there, but I'm gonna throw Sade's Greatest Hits. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong with that either. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Devin, my bro. Thank you again for coming on.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me. This is an incredible platform you guys are building.
Thank you, man.
I'm just
Thank you.
honored to be a
Thank
part
you
of
for
it.
being part of it. Really appreciate you.
Thanks, bro.
That's it for the interview. My man's about to perform some fire songs coming up next. TV Dinner, episode 24. Thank y'all for tuning in. Watch this next part.